Okay, so begin with your caster sugar or your extra fine sugar, unsalted butter, and it has softened now. As you can see, I can squeeze easily between my fingers. 4 medium to large eggs, some raspberry jam, and you'll be thinning it with a little water, some vanilla extract, and your flour. Self-raising, or you can use plain all-purpose flour as well with some baking powder. So start off by adding your softened butter to your sugar, give it a little light mix through before you get the mixer at it. Start on low speed, let it pick up and then start moving around and increase the speed. Scrape down the sides of the bowl and you'll see that it's all nice and soft and creamy now, why it's called creaming the butter and sugar. Add in your eggs one at a time. Just give it a little mix through first and then get your whisk or your beater and just mix it until incorporated, which will take seconds. Then repeat with the rest of the eggs, with whipping or whisking in between each addition. This is what the batter will look like. Add in your vanilla and just give it again a very light mix through with your beater or your stand mixer. Of course, you can do by hand. Now again, scrape down the side of the bowl. And now what you're going to do is you're going to move on to your dry ingredients, which is your flour, or if you're using all-purpose plain flour, you're also going to have baking powder. Start sieving it into a separate bowl. Sieving is very important for lighter cakes and less dense because it incorporates more air into your batter. Now sieve again, this time sieving through into the mixture. Once it's all sieved through, just start off by mixing it lightly by hand. This will reduce the flour going everywhere once you get your hand or stand mixer to it. You really want to fold it in gently because we don't want to knock out lots of the air we incorporated. Mix starting on low speed and just mix very briefly until the flour is all combined. Do not overmix. Overmixing will produce a dense bake. Also remember to scrape down the flour from the sides and just mix that through by hand gently. Now you want to grease and line 2 sandwich tins or cake tins. Make sure your jam is thinned and not jelly-like in effect, okay, by thinning with a little water. Add half of the jam to the batter quite randomly, little drops here and there. Then what you want to do is to fold the batter on top of itself, being careful not to mix the jam in and kind of swirling it through to give a marbled effect. Leave streaks. Next step, you want to evenly add your batter to the 2 cake tins, separate it out, spread out the batter as flat as you can, and then also leave a little indent or dip in the centre. This will help reduce doming, or too much doming, let's say. Then give a tap as well just to shake out the batter. It'll also remove any trapped air bubbles. Once they're ready, add small drops of the reserved jam, like so. Then take a wooden cocktail stick and just drag it through and do this marbling effect with the jam. Apologies for the noise of the birds in the background. Don't mix the jam into the batter. As I said, leave it as streaks. Heat up your oven to 180, 160 fan, 350 Fahrenheit, gas mark 6. Now prepare your double whipping cream if using, and whisk it on high speed until you have some firm peaks. This will take about 3 or 4 minutes depending on your machine. Now place your piping bag over a jug or a large glass to hold it open making it easier to fill with the cream. Spoon and scrape in the cream until you're all finished. Unfold and shake the cream to the bottom of the bag. Now you want to close it and squeeze down to the nozzle end of the bag. Twist it quite tight, keep the pressure on. Now spread some jam onto the bottom layer of your cake and then start piping some little rosettes on top of this as a border. Just squeeze, let it come out, let go just before you want to end and then pull upwards. Pipe some in the middle too if you like, and then add on some slices of strawberries. Now these strawberries were really big and I had to think of a way of slicing them differently, so this is what I did. Then you want to add on your second layer of cake, and you can pipe on the top too if you like. Now I did this like a clock, the numbers on a clock, so that I could work out how many evenly I could pipe in between each. Some in the middle too. Then I added more of the large strawberries. This time I sliced them and cut them in half. Put them round in a circle formation and a few little of the small pieces on top. Finish off with food glitter, lustre dust, sprinkles, powdered sugar, whatever you like. Slice and enjoy. Thanks for watching.